Hello everyone, welcome back to Medical Coding Club. This is Chandrika. So in today's session, we are going to practice ICD-10 diagnosis coding questions, and all are based from CPC, CRC and CCS exam. So with each question you can understand the associated coding guideline, and you can also able to understand how to navigate the answer. Okay, so please watch video till end, and please do subscribe to my channel, and please do share with your medical coding friends. So let's begin. So here we have our first question. A 85-year-old patient was discharged from the same day surgery unit with the following diagnosis, and the patient is having posterior subcapsular mature incipient senile cataract right eye, diabetes mellitus, hypertension present but not related, and was treated for mild acute renal failure. Okay, so here we have multiple diagnoses, and we need to first identify what are the current condition being treated. So, and also when we have multiple diagnoses, we should know the usage of combination codes. Okay, so to apply or to code combination codes, we should know the coding guidelines. So here we have 4 coding guidelines, and if you see, hypertension present but not related and was treated for mild acute renal failure, they are stating, and hypertension is not related. Okay, so this is one key point, and you can take your time, you can pause the screen, please go and check all code description, and here I have attached the code description also. I have directly go and discuss the answer and the associated coding guideline, so you can take time and you can navigate all the codes. Okay, so coming back to the question here, as many of you are aware, the coding guideline we have is, since hypertension is not related to renal failure, and also the renal failure here is acute, not chronic. Okay, so when it is not chronic, we do not assign any combination code from the category I12.9. So you can read I12.9, it's a combination code, it specify hypertensive chronic kidney disease stage 1 to stage 4. Okay, so this combination code you cannot use. So if you can't use I12.9, then you can eliminate option C and option B. Okay, and next thing, you can check about posterior subcapsular cataract. So here you can check option H25041 and H25041. So since it is posterior subcapsular, your correct code is H25041. Okay, and this is sufficient. You can also eliminate option D. So the correct answer is option A. Okay, here we are not applying any combination code. We have 4 diagnoses, and 4 diagnoses we are coding individual. Okay, H25041 for posterior cataract right eye, E11.9 is for type 2 diabetes mellitus, I10 is for hypertension, and N17.9 is acute kidney failure. Okay, so this is also we need to assign. So for this particular question, option A is correct. And if you want, you can go back and read this coding guideline from official ICD-10-CM AMA coding guideline, also AHA coding guidelines. Okay, so we have the guidelines, like we cannot use combination code here in this particular scenario. Okay, so let's move to another question. Second question, patient is admitted with an acute exacerbation of COPD with stage 5 hypertensive chronic kidney disease. So here in this question, reason for encounter or reason for admission is acute exacerbation of COPD. So COPD should be sequenced first or should be coded as primary diagnosis. And next we have stage 5 hypertensive chronic kidney disease. They have given with as a combination here, and combination code is applicable. So we need to take a combination code for hypertensive chronic kidney disease, and the combination code is I12.0. Okay, I12.9 specify hypertensive chronic kidney disease stage 1 to stage 4, but we have stage 5. So your correct code is I12.0 hypertensive chronic kidney disease with stage 5 or end stage renal disease. So I12.0 is correct. So you can eliminate option D and option C. Okay, since I12.0 is not there here. Next, we'll check acute exacerbation of COPD. Okay, you can just verify now option A and option B. Option A as J449. So this J449 says chronic obstructive pulmonary disease unspecified. Okay, we don't need unspecified because we have a documentation as exacerbation. So you need to take your code as J441 chronic obstructive pulmonary disease with exacerbation. So J441 is correct code, and between option A and B, option A you can eliminate and option B will be the correct answer. So coming to N18.5, here we need to code N18.5 to specify chronic kidney disease stage. Okay, to specify the CKD stage as stage 5, we are going to use N18.5. Okay, so option B is correct for this particular scenario. And here, as I said, combination code is applicable, and that's why we are using I12.0. So yes, patient is admitted with acute respiratory failure, hypertension and congestive heart failure. So in this question, already I have told you the reason for encounter is acute respiratory failure, and this should be sequenced first. So you can eliminate option B and option D because here they have sequenced heart failure or congestive heart failure as a primary diagnosis. So these two will be incorrect. And now check option A and option C code description. J9600 says acute respiratory failure. J9620 says acute and chronic respiratory failure. Okay, so now the answer should be acute respiratory failure because you have a clear documentation as acute respiratory failure. So option A is correct, and here we are coding hypertension and heart failure individually, and we don't have heart disease here, so we just have to code them individually, and option A is correct. So next question, patient is treated for esophageal varices with a hemorrhage due to cirrhosis. So patient is having two conditions here, and with hemorrhage due to cirrhosis they are specifying. So please be aware here that you should be able to identify what is the cause and what is the manifestation, or which condition is a etiology condition and which condition is manifestation here in scenario. Okay, so always know that etiology condition will be coded first or will be sequenced first, and then secondary code we will use the manifestation code. Okay, so here cirrhosis is a etiology and we need to code this cirrhosis first. Okay, so you can eliminate option A and option B because they have not sequenced cirrhosis first, they have coded manifestation in the primary place. So these two options are incorrect. Now check option C and option D. So option C, K7460, which specify unspecified cirrhosis of liver, and I8501 esophageal varices with bleeding, it is specifying. But option D, I8511 or 11, here it says secondary esophageal varices with bleeding. Okay, so actually I8501 we can't code. By reading description you may feel this is the correct code, but it is not a correct. Okay, it is not a manifestation code, and it will be utilized for a primary cases, not for the secondary purpose. Here our primary etiology condition is cirrhosis, and the effect, okay, as a manifestation is secondary esophageal varices with bleeding. Okay, so I have attached code navigation also. You can check, and under I-85.11 you can see code first underlining disease. Code first underlining disease is nothing but they are asking you to code another underlining condition in the primary place. So that underlining condition is cirrhosis. That's why we are coding K7460 in the first place. So option D is correct for this particular scenario. So let's move to another question. So last question. Patient was admitted to endoscopy unit for screening colonoscopy. During the colonoscopy, polyps of the colon were found and polypectomy was performed. Okay, what diagnostic code should be used and how should they be sequenced? So here, so the sequencing rule is applicable, and I keep telling you that reason for encounter will be primary diagnosis in most of the case. Okay, so here again screening is the reason for encounter, so you need to code screening code first, then whatever the abnormality they have found, that particular code will be sequenced as a secondary code. Okay, so here they have given option, they are not given option with the K series code, like they have assumed it's a benign, so they have added option with the benign condition. So you just see the sequence here, sequencing. So Z1 to 11 encounter for screening for malignant neoplasm of colon, and D12.6 benign neoplasm of colon unspecified. Okay, so you can eliminate option D, option C. Okay, because they have given single code, and if you verify between option A and B, here option A is correct because primary diagnosis should be reason for encounter, that is screening colonoscopy. Okay, option A is correct and option B is incorrect. Okay, so like this I have many questions, so whenever I get some time I will try to make a video on different scenarios. So if you have liked this video, please do subscribe and please do comment and please do share with your medical coding friends. And if you are preparing for CPC exam, you can consider my 1 month live preparation class and my material. And also if you are completely beginner and looking for to go with the CPC complete training, that also I'll be providing. You have to text me on WhatsApp. Okay, please mention your query and mention in detail, so I'll get back to you, or go and fill the form in my website, or maybe just visit my Instagram page. There I'll be adding the Google forms. Please enroll yourself so that I can get in touch with you. Everything for your career growth, for your certification, all the necessary material and resource, and with a perfect CPT classes you will get it. Okay, for very reasonable affordable price. Okay, course fee, so please do consider. Thank you all, thank you for watching. And this answers was, previously I uploaded one CCS related domain questions. Okay, so answers for those questions, please go back and check the previous video related to CCS, and these are the key answers for that. So yes, that's all. Thank you all, thank you for watching. And if you have any disturbance during this live session, please do ignore, because I live very near to airport and it is 5 minutes far, and every 3 minutes, every 4 minutes there will be one flight will go. So I cannot I can't do anything for that. You have to accept if you need some knowledge. Okay, so thank you all, thank you for watching.